Good evening, everyone. Good evening, and welcome back to the third day of our bootcamp. I hope so. I'm live now, and I am clearly audible and visible to you. Okay. Can you just quickly confirm if everything is fine from my side and I'm audible to you and I'm visible to you or not? Okay. Fine, fine. Okay. Yeah. Hi, everyone. Hi. Hello, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the third day of our bootcamp, and let's carry forward. The backend part that we missed out, that we left out yesterday, and we will be completing the deployment of the backend part and other things. We'll just do it today. Okay. Hello, Sujal. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome back again to the third day. Okay, great. So just quickly, let's understand what we are going to do today. We will first of all deploy the backend that we created till yesterday. After deployment, we'll kind of test it out in browser itself. If possible, I will also show you an example on Postman, if possible. Then we will be moving with our front-end part where we will create our login and sign up form. So login form will create from scratch and sign up code, I will add it from my side. Okay. So that's what we have our aim. Again, we'll restrict only to 1 hour, will not exceed greater than that. Okay. So fine. Okay. So I think so we can move forward and we can just start with deployment part and we can just explore everything one by one. Okay. That's what we will be doing today. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Hello. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Okay. So it's already 8:31. We are actually on time right now. So let's quickly get into the code itself. Okay. Let's not waste our time and hi, hello. We can do it later too. So, what's the first thing that we will be doing today is we need the deployment part. Okay, so we want to deploy our site today. Okay, service certificate have issue date. Yeah, it might have an issue date. I do not have clear knowledge of that. Okay, because I deal with teaching. I do not deal with generation of certificate. Yeah, Moses, Masha. Okay, I will call you Masha. Hello, Masha. I'm happy to see you that you have joined from Kenya. Okay. Okay, fine, guys. So let's get into the deployment part. And before that, this was our code that we did till yesterday. So we created our index.js, we did cart, we did authentication.js. Okay, so these all things were done. And now what we want to do is let me just check it up if it's working fine, if everything is working fine on this backend or not. Okay, so for that, I will just run a preview and I will see if I'm getting my responses for my product and cart or not. So let's go to the endpoint. So the endpoint that I had was slash products. So let's see for the slash products, am I getting the output or not? Okay. So this is my output. Fine. I'm getting it up and it's great. Okay. So it means my slash product is working fine. I'm getting the output or else I'm getting the response from the backend. Okay, so now the next thing that I have is cards. Okay, so let me do my cards. Let's see if I'm getting my cards data or not. Yes, I'm getting my cards data too. It means this is also working fine and well, and I do not have any issue in these two parts of my code. And authentication too, I can test, but I will need Postman for that. It means now I can move forward with the deployment. And for deployment, what we will do? First of all, for deployment, we need to create our GitHub. Okay, so we need to export this code to GitHub. We need to create a repository on GitHub, and then only we would be able to actually go with the deployment in this particular case. Fine. So where we will deploy it up, we will be deploying our site on render. So now, what I want you to do is you have to go to render. If you haven't created your account on render, you can sign up by using Google, by using GitHub. Both of the options are available. Whatever you want to choose, you can choose and sign up over there. If you have already created your account, then just sign in there, and then we will be good to go. Okay. So we will deploy our backend part on render. Even our front-end part will also be getting deployed on render itself. Okay. We will not deploy it anywhere else. Everything will get deployed on render only. So quickly just create an account on render and then we will move forward with this part. Okay. I hope so. On creation of account, you will not have any doubts. So I will move to the part where we need to create our GitHub repo. Okay. So on your code sandbox, what you have an option to export to GitHub. Okay, you can select this option, click on export to GitHub, and then you will get an option to create your repository. So now you have to create a repository. In this case, click on create your repository, and your repository is Flipkart backend. Let's just keep it public. Why we need it as a public? Because we need our render to actually access this repository. So I will keep it as public for now. So click on create repository and it will take you around. It is telling you 30 seconds, but it does not take you 30 seconds. At max, it will take you 10 seconds, depending upon the internet speed that you have. So just wait for 10 seconds and your repository will get created on your GitHub. Okay. So this will do some processes and then we will be good to go in this case. Fine. So I can see that I have already created my GitHub repo. Okay. Just wait a minute and let's wait for 1 or 2 minutes more. Okay. So it means my repo has been created. If I want to see if my repo has been created or not, I can go to my github.com and over there I can search for the repository right here. So let me go to my your repositories and let me search for Flipkart backend. So I hope so. This is it. Yeah, Flipkart backend is over there. And this is my repository and it's already public. Now, how will I now take this repo and how will I go to my render? Okay. Yeah, Kimani, can you please write it in English? Like right now, I am not able to understand what you have written. So please preferably write it in English so that I can resolve it out. Okay. Fine. So repository has been created. Now let's go to my render and let's create my backend in this field. Okay. So once you are on render, you have to select an option. On the upper right corner, you have an option to add new, or else you can call it as add new project. Click on this. You will have two, three options. Static site, web server, private service, background worker, cron job, nothing. You have to just go through the web server. Why? Because we are creating an API and API will come under a web service. So just go to web server, click on web server. Okay. Now, where do you actually want to take your code? Okay. Anitesh, I know Hindi. If you are not comfortable with writing something in English, you can type in Hindi too. Okay, yeah. So this is all options available. You can get your code from GitHub, GitLab, and Bitbasket. So I have my code on GitHub. So I will click on GitHub, and it will ask you to authorize taking code from GitHub. Okay, so once you have done that, then you will have all possible repositories that you have in your GitHub. So these all are public repositories that I have kept. So in this, I need my Flipkart backend. So I will click on Web Repo, or else I can directly select it up. So I have selected this repository and it will need some deployment or else some configuration. Okay. So the normal configuration that you have, like language node, obviously the language should be node. Branch master only because we have master branch on your GitHub too. The region that's given, you can keep it as it is. No need to change this build command and start command. And yeah, do one thing. Take care of this part. Do not go for any professional use. Okay, you have to go for your hobby project. Click on free account only. Okay, click on free account only. Yeah, Tuba, there is one bootcamp that we took in past on Git and GitHub. If possible, in future also we will organize it. It was a 3-day bootcamp that we took, that I took, I think so 2 months ago. So you can search for that if you need resources right now. But if possible, we can also arrange in future. Okay. So you have to go with a free. Do not go with any paid one because you would not like to pay $7 and $25 per month in any of the cases. So go for free, even though there are some disadvantages in the free, but you are not working on a production level app. You are working on an application that is needed only for your study purpose. So go for free, go down, and we do not need any variable. We have directly added the code that is connection string, although we have an option to go with a variable, but let's kind of skip it now and click on deploy web service. Now, this will take you some time. Might be case your build will also fail. If it gets failed, then we'll see what is the issue. We'll resolve it up. So let's quietly wait and see what all logs we are getting in our deployment. Okay, fine. So we have to have patience for 1 minute in this case. It will take time of 1 minute at max, and in 1 minute or two, it will get deployed. Okay. Till then, if you have any doubts, you can just post it in the chat. I will resolve it up. Until unless this deployment work is going on. Okay, fine, guys. I hope so. There is no doubt till this point, and everything is clear. Okay, so it is taking some time. It's building up. Okay, fine. So it has started cloning. Can you show again how repository is created? Okay, just wait a minute. Let this build get complete, and then I will show you. Okay, it's uploading the build right now, and I hope so. We do not run into any error. If even though if we error, we'll resolve it. Okay, so build is successful. Let's see the deployment. If the deployment is successful or not. Even though sometimes the build gets successful, but then too the deployment does not kind of succeeds. Okay, so it's running right now. Let's see. Yeah, Masha, obviously we can set it up. Okay. In the code, I have directly added it up, so that's why I'm not setting, but I can show you the case where we can actually add it as an environment variable. No need to worry about that. So obviously, when you are adding these all keys or else these all connection string, you have to use environment variable. So using it directly is kind of risky, but right now I do not have anything risky. So I have directly added it, but the best case scenario is using the environment variable itself. And Nitesh, based upon AI's enhancement, you will just have your life getting more easier in development. Okay. Obviously, there will be shortage, not shortage, but less number of jobs. But with that, you will have more easiness in developing a platform. Okay, fine. So I have got a live status. It means there is no problem. Okay, fine. It means there is no problem with my deployment, and I have successfully deployed. Let me test out my deployment. So let's do the slash products. Okay, this is slash products card, and this is the data that I'm getting now. Yeah, one more thing. I needed to share data with you. So just give me a moment. I will upload data on a drive and I will share the data with you. Okay. So I told you that tomorrow I will be sharing the data that I'm using. So just a minute and let me upload and share the data. Okay, just give me a minute. I will give you access. Do not worry. You will have the access to drive. Obviously, if I create a data, I will not keep it for myself only. I will be giving access to you. Okay. Do not worry for that. Just give me a minute. Just give me one moment. Let me see which data I have to upload because I have multiple data and I do not want to create any confusion. Okay, fine. I have got it and not a new folder. File, file upload. Okay, just a minute. It gets uploaded and then I will share it with you. So it's uploaded. So the data is in the JSON form, and we have all fields like we have products, we have cards, we have orders. So you have to add the data based upon that. Okay, so you have to separate and add. Okay, great. So it's done. Guys, wait a minute. The drive access has been given. I am giving you the drive link, and I'm filling it up on the top. So just take the data, download it up, and you can upload the file directly, not file directly, but you can separate the data and you can upload. Okay. So it has data of all, it has data of products, data of card, and all other required data has been added in this case. Okay. Fine. So this is my product data. I am getting my output. Let me check with my cards data. If I'm getting my output, yeah, so I'm getting the cards too. Fine, everything looks great. And if you want to see, I think so someone requested for Postman testing. So just give me a moment. Let me reshare my screen with you with the Postman window. And I will show you two examples. One will be for sign up, one will be for login, and I will show you that we are getting token and other things. Okay. So I think so my window is visible to you, right? Yeah, my window is visible to you in this case. Fine. So this is my Postman, and now I have already deployed my site. So what I need to test if my sign up and login is working fine or not. Okay. So that's the testing that I want to do. So what is the endpoint for my sign up and login? Okay. So I will just check what is my endpoint for sign up and login. So for sign up, it was slash auth slash sign up. Okay. So that's what I remember. For sign up, it is slash auth slash sign up. So I will create a new request. I will add the endpoint. What is the endpoint? So the deployment link slash auth slash sign up. Repository creation again. Just wait a minute. Let me go back there. If you want to create a repository, okay, just let me restart it again. Let's please follow the step because if I come back to certain topic again, then it kinds of wastes my time. Okay. Okay, guys, the data is complete data. So when you add it to your DB, just kind of manage it up. Okay. Yeah. So when you want to create your export, do export to GitHub. Click on export to GitHub. Click on create repository, and you will have an option to create repository. Okay. Right now, I already have created, so I will not go further. But you have to select public, create a repository, and move forward. That's what you have to do for creation of repo. Now let's get back to the testing. Okay, 1 minute, 1 minute. I think so. Yeah, I think so. I've shared a wrong window. Okay, let me share my whole screen for some moment of time. Okay, I am sharing my whole screen for some moment of time. Well, cancel the sharing some after. Okay. Yeah. So what I was telling, to create a repo, you have this GitHub icon, right? Click on exporter to GitHub. You will have an option to create repository. Name it up whatever you want. Choose public and go for create repository. That's what you have to do for repository creation from Code Sandbox. If you are in a local editor, in that case, you have to create repository first of all on GitHub, then you have to push the code. That's what you have to do. Okay, great. So let me test out the endpoint that I wrote here. So this is my sign up endpoint. And what am I expecting? So as per the backend that I wrote, I am expecting that I will be getting a token. I will be getting a user token in the end. And what all things do I need to pass? I need to pass my email as well as my password. Okay. So let's go to body and I will create a raw JSON request. Okay. So this is my JSON request body. This is my email. Okay, so email, I will write it as sample at the rate gmail.com. I am not verifying if my email is valid or not. I am directly adding it up. Okay, and then I will add a password to it. So you can use any random password that you want. I will use pass at the rate 3434. Okay, so this is the password that I am using. Now, what type of request do we need? We need a post request, not a get request. Why do we need a post request? Because the endpoint that we created, there is the endpoint. If I see, yeah, in the auth, let's see in the auth. So slash auth slash sign up was a post request. So we have to make a post request in this case. So the request that we are making is post, and let's do a send and let's wait for some moment. So I should get a status of 200 along with a token getting returned to me. Okay, that's what I want. And let's wait for some moment. Let me see what's the request response I'm getting in this case. So the body that you have to keep the similar body, one email input, one password, not nothing greater than that. Okay, you need this. Now, what is the response that I'm getting? I am getting 201 that tells that new resource has been created because this was a sign up request. This was not a sign in. This was sign up request, and I got a JWT token for that request in that particular case. Okay, so this is my desired request that I wanted. So this is one endpoint. Let's see another endpoint. Another endpoint that I have is, I think so. That is, what is this? What is this? That is for sign in. Okay, always sign in. Yeah, so this is login. Yeah, so another request is for login, and this is my login request. Okay, so we'll keep my data same. So the data that we took last time, we will be keeping it same. Let me just copy the data and let me go to body and let me go to raw. Okay, so raw JSON form. So this should also be kept as JSON form because we are sending the data as a JSON. Now let's send the request. Let's wait for some moment, and this is my token that I found. Okay, so in both cases, I successfully got the token that I required, and it means my endpoints are working fine and well. There is no issue with my endpoint. I already show you for the slash products, for the slash cards. I already showed you the example on the browser itself. Okay, so if you want to see it again, I will show you again. This was my slash products. Okay, this is my slash products. So this is my data that is I am getting in the form of response. And what is next thing? The next thing that I have is slash cards. And this is the data that I'm getting in the form of response for the cards data. Okay, fine. Why we are using API? We are using API to connect our backend to frontend. So we have created a service. Service has been created. Service has been deployed. Okay. Now what do we need? We need to connect this backend to frontend. Fine. So to connect this backend to frontend, we need APIs. So APIs are a interface between your backend and frontend in this respective case. On which website are you doing this? I was testing my API on Postman. Postman is not a website. It is an application which is primarily only used for testing APIs. Some APIs that you create, some APIs that you get from someone else. Everything can be tested on the Postman. Okay. How to add data? See, when you go on Atlas, okay, go on your MongoDB Atlas, go to the cluster that you have. You not get in, but actually sign in. Wait a minute, I will do the sign in and then I will start. Yeah, we can use render. So see, I deployed my backend on render. I will now use my link that I am getting from render to create my frontend. I'm not going to use the localhost 8080 to connect my backend and frontend. Obviously, I'm not going to do that. So the link that I got from the render, the deployed link, I will be using that from now on. Okay, so yeah, you can get into cluster and you can go into browse collections. When you go into browse collections, in cluster you will have your DB. So the DB name that I created was I think so e-commerce. So right now it's loading. So yeah, it's loaded. Just wait for some moment. Guys, we haven't created the front end right now. How will I run it up? The front end is not yet done. Okay, so in this case, either you can create a new collection, obviously. If you already have a collection, suppose I have my card collection. Okay, so now I want to add a new data in this. So one way of doing this is directly exporting a document, or else what I can do is I can click on this edit button. Okay, and what it will give me an option to add new data. Okay, so I can add the data over here and I can go with update documents. So this is one case. And We can also have one more case of uploading document directly, but that will not be best option. So let me go to the options. Okay, so if you click on this button, you can have an option to insert document. When you click on insert document, you can actually insert anything, any document that you want. So again, I'm telling the data that you have contains data of product, data of cart, data of orders, data of many things. So one by one, you have to separate it out and then add it. Okay. So you can do that by using this insert document option. That will work fine. Okay. So I have already added those all things over here. So it's fine. You can also use MongoDB Compass to upload the document if you want. So it will be much more easier to do. Okay, fine. So I hope so. Everything is clear till this point. Our backend work is done. We have taken around half time for the backend. Why have I taken? Although backend was less than front end, but I wanted to take more time on backend because I wanted you to understand it. Because backend was for functionality, front end I will explain you. Obviously, we have time to explain. If something remains, even you can do the front end, but back end is the main core functionality that you have to do. Okay, that you should understand. So fine. So now the backend is done. I hope so. You do not have any doubt. If you have any doubt, still in part of backend, please tell me. We'll clear that out and then we'll move to the front end part. Okay, we have to start the front end. I will create my front end. Will create my login form and then if time allows, we'll do one or more two things and then we'll move forward. Okay. So I have an aim of doing login and sign up. Most probably I will only be able to do the login. So in that case, what I will do, I will add a sign up code from my own site, and it will also be assignment for you to complete the sign up page. I will add the code, but you also have to try that. Okay. Fine, guys. You do not have any outside, no problems, no issues with the backend code or backend deployment. I hope so. You do not have anything. Fine. Can we move forward? Guys, respond. Yes, no. Can we move forward or not? Okay, fine. So I see you are ready for the front end part now. So again, we'll create my front end. Okay, backend code. I already shared the code sandbox link. I think so. It is in community post. If you want to find it there, you will find it there. Okay, so it's already in the community post. You can get it there. Okay, just give me a moment and yeah, fine. So let's move to the front end. Let me create my new code sandbox and let me create it up. You want to see the product model. Okay. This is the product model. Okay. You have ID, title, description, price, discount percentage, rating, stock, brand, category, thumbnail, images, and if it is deleted, it's set to true. Okay. So this is the schema that you have. Okay, fine. If you want, you can also kind of see from the data that I have given you. That will be working fine. Okay, great. So let's go to the front end part. Let's create the front end. And now for the front end, what do I need to use? I need to use React. So I will create a front end with React. So click on create, search for React. Okay. So you get the first option of React over here, no Next.js, only React here. Do not go with React plus Tailwind because this is TypeScript code. Better, we will go with this React, normal React. Click on React, write the name. So the name that I have is Flipkart frontend. Okay, so this is the name that I have. And let's click on create sandbox. Okay, so I have created the sandbox. Let it get created. And my sandbox is done. It's created. Fine. Okay, so I will close the preview for now. We do not have anything to see. We will be coding kind of blindly for the login page, and we'll see the output tomorrow. Now, one more thing is there. The login page that I will be creating will be the most basic login page that you can find, and it will be your job to kind of emphasize this, kind of make it more better UI wise. Guys, backend done. I did it completely. Fine. Front end, there will be many parts where you will have to emphasize it on your own. Okay. You will have the base code. On that base code, you will need to do some work of emphasizing it up, making it much better. Now, so first of all, my code sandbox has been created for the front end. I will see what all modules, what all dependencies do I need in this case. I will install it up and then I will move forward. Okay. So first dependency that I would need is I already have React, I have React DOM, I have React script. Okay. So what is the next thing that we would need in this case is we need React router DOM. Okay. So this is important. React router DOM is very much important. And did I make spell? Still no. So let's install my React router DOM. Okay, fine. So this is my React router DOM. And along with this, if anything else comes midway, if anything is required, I will again inform you and I will install it up along with that. So this was the only installation that was kind of compulsory. And if anything else comes, I will tell you. And then one more thing is required. What is that one more thing? So the styling. So styling will be with Tailwind CSS. So for that, we need a CDN link for the Tailwind CSS. Okay. So I will use the CDN link. I will add the CDN link to the chat. If possible, you can get it from there. So let me remove the chat. Okay. So I have deleted the message that I sent, and this is the Tailwind CSS link that you have, and I am pinning that message on the top right now. Okay. So this is the CDN link to use the Tailwind CSS. And where do you have to add this? Go to your index.js, sorry, index.html, and in the title or else in the head, you have to add that up. Okay. So you have to add this CDN link in the head of your index.html, where you will find your index.html inside a public folder. Okay. Uh, for Postman testing, you need to deploy your application and then only you will be able to test it out. Okay. If you are in a local host, in that case also you will be able to test up. But first of all, try deploying it up and then do the testing work. Okay. So Postman will not take anything from GitHub. Once, see, wherever you have deployed, it does not matter. So be it whatever platform, you just need to have a deployment link. And with that deployment link, you can test it. Fine. So I think so you have added the CDN code. And now the what is the next thing? What is the next thing that we will do is we would be having some style or CSS code. Remove it up. We do not need this. And then in SRC, I will be creating a file name as login.js or JSX, whatever you want to keep it as. Both of this will be working fine and great. Yeah, guys, sorry for just a small issue from my side. Okay, as I live kind of close to the ocean. Yeah, so sometimes in case of thunderstorm, there is a small problem of lightning due to which sometimes there is a power cut. Okay. Yeah, sorry for this. Just quickly confirm if I am again audible and everything is fine from my side. Again, sorry for the interruption because right now we have monsoon going on right here, and because of the coastal region, we have a kind of too much thunderstorms. Okay. Yeah, fine, fine. It's fine, right? It's clear and we are good to go, right? Yeah, guys, I will share the attendance at 9:20 or 25. Okay. Yeah, if you have a main option, then you have to go with a main branch. Okay. Do not go with a master in that case. If you have a main, then just go with a main. Okay. Fine. Okay. So let's move forward. And what we were doing is I was writing the code for login. So I created my login.jsx and now I will write the code for login.jsx. So for this, what I need states. Okay, I need React as well as state. So use the state from React. First thing is this. I will import it up, and what all things I need. I also need box, uh, text field, okay, and then from. So if you want, you can leave it up. Okay. So if you want, you can add it from Material UI, or else if you want, you can leave it up because these all things can be added on our own too. And then we have use navigate. Okay. We have use navigate and we have link from React router node. Okay. So these are one thing that we need. So from React router node, we need use navigate as well as link in this case. Okay. Just give me a moment. I will share the code at that. Okay. If you want, wait a minute. Let me share it up with you. Okay. It's getting reload. Once it gets completely reload, then I will share. So let me create my function for login. So this is my function login. And in this function, what all things I need to take care of? I need to take the input from the user. I need to send that input back to my user and I need to uh, test it up if the user is authenticated or not and other things. Okay. So this all things is required. So the box, I think so we can import up from the material UI itself because we will be using. So you also need to install one more package that is Material UI and field, text field, and one more thing button from where from at the rate MUI slash Material. Okay, so if I open my preview, okay, so I will search it up. I will search for this module in my dependency, or else I can take. Okay, so this is MUI material and let's install it up. Okay, we need this. Fine. So guys, once when I send you the link, in that case, you do not copy it up. When things are done, when I move to next thing, then you ask for the past thing. So please have that clarity. If something is shared with you, please copy it up, use it up. Okay. Do not wait for future, guys. Fine. So let's start my login code and I will create states. What are the states will create? I need to handle the input of email and I need to handle the input of password. So I will create a password and email state. Okay. So use the state and by default, I will be keeping it as empty. Okay. Fine. So I have got failed after clicking deploy web service. Yeah. So it would be much better if we actually can read the log. Okay, so just read the log and kind of try debugging it. Obviously, use ChatGPT in this respective case. Okay, so use a state. So the thing is, I am on the another end, so I cannot possibly see the code that you have written. and I cannot possibly see the log of the deployment. So quite difficult to help you in this case. Only if you can tell me something, some log that you are getting. Yeah, so these all are states that are required. Okay, so let me quickly complete this. Even though I would not be able to complete the UI, but I will complete the JS code that is needed. Okay, so const navigate, we need the navigate to actually set up our routers and routes. So use navigate will be used in this case. So no, no one, I will not be sending any JSON data now. I sent you, I gave you time 10, 15, 20 minutes. You did not use that time. I cannot help you right now. I have already added serial link. When I will remove the serial link from the chat, then you will ask me for the serial link. When I will add the attendance, then at that time you will not be doing the work. When I remove the attendance, then you will ask me for the attendance. Guys, please kindly be serious in this case. Const handle, so this is handle login sign up on handle login. And in this handle login, let me correct the spelling that I have written. And there will be equal to, in this case, handle login. Okay, fine. So now what I need to do is I need to fetch the data. Okay, so I will do my fetch from the backend. What fetch do we need? So we'll hit the endpoint that we have created for our authentication, and we'll do a post method for that case. Okay, so const res is equals to, and we'll do await. So this will be an async operation. So fetch, and inside fetch we will need the endpoint that we are going to add. Okay, so by default, in the previous case, in this case I will set my error as no error or else empty error. Now let me find the deployment link. So where is my deployment link? This is my deployment page, and this is my deployment link. Copy the deployment link, paste it here. And what was our endpoint? Our endpoint was slash auth slash login. That was our endpoint, if I remember. Okay. So as per I remember, I am remembering correct. So this was my endpoint that I need. Now let me complete this up. Let me tell the endpoint what type of request I am doing. If I'm doing a post request, or if I'm doing a uh, get request. Okay. So in the method, I will write post. It will signify that I am doing a post request in this case. So in method, this will be post. And after post, what will we need? Then after that, we need a body. So in body, we'll send the data that we are getting from the front end. So this is the front end. So we will be getting a data from our form. So I will send that data in a form of string. So first data that we have is email, and another data that we have is password. So these are the two passwords, password and email that I want to send. Along with this, we can also send a header. Okay, headers or header, what you want to name. But the H for here should be small if possible. Even the capital will work, but we'll keep it as small. Don't need to create any confusion. So what header do we can we keep? So we can keep header as content type. So the content type will be content type. So the content type in this respective case will be application or JSON. That's what we will have in our header. Okay. So content type is application or else JSON. Okay. Application or else the JSON that we can use in this respective case. Fine. So I have framed the request that I want to. Now, what is the next thing that I need once the request is created? This is my kind of try block. It means I am not running into any error. So I'm assuming that I'm not running into any error. And let's wait for the response. So what is the response that I'm expecting? I am expecting a token. So while testing, I showed you that if I'm making a post request on this endpoint, I am expecting a token. So I will create a data field, data const, and I will take the token. Okay. So JSON, fine. Okay. So this is my data, and I have taken await restore JSON, and await is here. It is fine. and the click is there, and it is fine. So one more thing that we need to do is I am using await. It means my function should be a sync function. Okay. I haven't defined my sync function. Now I have defined and it is fine. Great. And now what I need to check, I need to check my data dot token. So I am getting a token in my data. I need to check with my local storage. So I already have one token in my local storage. And now this is setting my token to my local storage and token. Okay. And this will be data dot token. Okay. So I sent a request. I found a token and I am sending, or else I am adding that token to my what? To my cache or else to my local storage. And after everything is done, I will then route my user to this endpoint, that is slash, that is home page. Until or unless you have signed in, you would not be able to go to the home page because I have created a code something like that. So you need an authentication. So if you haven't done your authentication, then you would not be able to go forward. Now, if there is certain error, if there is any error, then I will set the error to set error. Okay, and also I will set a value or a message of login failed. Okay, fine. So this is whole of the endpoint that I needed. Then what is the next thing that I need? The next thing that I need is creation of my form. Okay, so now let's get into creation of my form and return. Either you can use box that I have imported, or else you can directly go with the form too. Okay, both of things will be working fine. So it's your choice. If you want to use the form, you can use that up too. So this box, I want a maximum width, in this case, something maximum width of 400 and maximum, sorry, margin of X. I hope so you have the knowledge of MX and ML, whatever we call it as, and padding of 2 in this respective case. So this is my box. Now in this box, I need to have a test or else text field. Okay. So text field, why do we need? We need to take input or else it will work as label and input. Okay. So this is my text field. I have created my text field. Fine. Everything is fine, right? Yeah. So text field. So spelling is wrong. Correct it out. This is my text field. Great. Okay. Attendance sheet hasn't been shared yet. So have patience. Once it's shared, then you will be able to work. Yeah, one more thing, text field will not have any closing tag. So take care of this. Text field is self-closing tag. Okay. Now, what are things we need? So every input that we take, we define a type. So type in this case is my email because I am taking an email. Can you give us one way of the complete backend and how we used to do the again? End of the session. Nitesh, the thing is, I already explained you that topic, okay, in yesterday's class too, and day before yesterday's class too, how to create things, how to go with that things. It's already been explained. So going back to all these topics require time. So right now, what we do not have is time. Okay, so if possible, I will surely show you. It's not like I will not, but if possible, then surely I will be showing you. Okay. Yeah, so I am now handling my input. So if I'm taking my input, I'm setting my input to value, and this will be e dot target dot value. So that these are the basic JavaScript that we do. Okay, on change operation. So on change spelling, correct the on change spelling. Okay, on change e set email and will do this work. Okay, once we have done this, we do not need a separate label. We'll add label here itself of email. Fine. And we'll add a margin. For this case, for the margin, we'll keep it as normal. Okay. So now we're getting guys, can you please kind of use ChatGPT to debug it up? Because if I go on with solving each and every of your error, then I will have a lot of shortage of time. Okay, fine. So this is my input field and this is label plus input. Both of things are together. Okay, so same way I will copy this input field and I will create for my password. So same things will be same. In this case, the type will go to password and the value will be password, and I will set not set email, but it will be set password. Okay, so this is label I will have as password. So this is the thing. Fine. Okay. Yeah, Likit, I gave the reply for you only. Okay. I told you to use an AI tool to kind of start debugging it up. Okay, so what if I run into any error? If I run into any error, then I have to create a catch block for this case. Okay, or else I can also show an output telling the user that there was certain error that we ran into. So I will create a box for that and I will throw an error in this case. So what will be the color of the error that I need? I need a color of red in this respective case. Okay. And margin Y will keep it as 1. So this will get executed only if we run into certain error. If there is no error, then everything is fine. Then what we need next is we need a button. Okay. So this button will be my sign in button. Okay. Fine. Okay. So this is sign in, and what should happen on click? If I click on this button, I need to call my handle login. Okay, so once this button is clicked, this handle login should get executed. Fine, great. Handle login has been executed. Okay, great. So what all things we need more? We need to give a variant because we are using it from material UI. So these all things should be given, and the variant will keep it as contained. Okay, what is the color? We'll keep our color as primary. Okay, this is the color. Fine. And what next can we add? So variant is there, color is there, config is there. Okay. And if you want, we can also give it a full width as per the form. Okay. Full width can be given. And if you want, we can also give one more thing. Okay. So size and in terms of X. Okay. Fine. Okay. So this is the button. And what I will show in this case is I want 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. So we like this and this. Fine. I think so it's fine till this point. Okay. Okay, fine. So login has been created. I have created two fields to take input as email and password. Things are fine. Button has been created. If I run into error, I will show this error on the screen. And fine. Now, we need one more thing. So what if a user is a new user? Okay. A user does not has already created an account. So I need to give a kind of description or else a text at the bottom telling do not have account, go to this page, something like that. Okay. So below this button, what we will do, we will again define a box. Okay. And this box, what we will have in this box is, will tell the user that don't have an account, and we will lead the user to one another page. What is that another page? That another page is my sign up page. Okay. So in link, what I will do, I will write sign up here and I will redirect this link to my sign up. Okay. So slash sign up. I haven't created the route of sign up. So that is why it will not work fine now. Tomorrow when we create the route, then it will start working. Okay. So we have to create the route in that case. And in this case, I will give a margin top of 2. Okay. Margin top of 2. Fine. Great. Okay. So if we want, we can now see the output. Let me import this up. Okay, so this is my login. Let's click on preview. Hope so we do not run into it. If there will be any error, there will be error regarding this link. Okay, so that is the only error that I'm expecting right now. Yeah, guys, wait. I will share the attendance now. Just have some patience. Just a minute. Yeah, I think so. Patience is the thing that most of you do not have right now. Okay, so I am getting an error. Let me see what is the error. Let me share the code first of all. Okay. Sorry, let me share the attendance form. Okay, now attendance form has been pinned on the top. You can see. So I'm getting a dependency error. So I will click on install and let it get installed automatically. Once it's installed, then I will be able to use this out. For now, let's do one thing. Let's keep it to this route only, and we will just keep it like that. Okay. So material UI is there. Transfer transfer mode. Okay. Let it complete. Yes, complete the bootcamp, and you will be getting the participation certificate. Could not find dependency motion slash React. So it is. Why is it asking me for motion slash React? I haven't used motion slash React, right? I have used just material. Okay, let's install it up also. Okay, no problem. We'll install it up. We'll see it later. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for telling. I forgot this too. Export default function login and an app.js. Let me clear this class name and let me restart the preview. As I have attached the attendance form, please mark your attendance. I do not want a request tomorrow telling me that I did not mark my attendance. Okay. Please mark it up. Yeah, so const navigate is equals to use navigate. So I'm having an error in my navigate. And let's see what's the error that we are doing. So I think so. I imported the use navigate, right? Yeah, use navigate was imported from React router DOM. Use navigate may be used only in context of router component. Okay, so I have to define one thing. Yeah, so it means, yeah, what it means is we are yet to define routes and routers. So that is the next thing that we will be doing. So no need to debug it right now. You will not get any substantial thing. Login is correct. Whole of the page is correct. Now in app.js, what is the thing that we need to do is we need to create routes. Okay. So that is the thing that we will be doing firstly in the tomorrow session. And then we'll see the output. Now let's leave it right here. Okay, no need to debug it up. No need to worry about it. This is not a major issue. This is not a major error. Only thing that we need is definition of routes in app.js. Okay, this is the thing that we need. We'll complete it up tomorrow itself and then we'll move forward. Okay, fine. Now, what's the next thing that I want to inform you is this is login page. Okay, along with login page, we also need a sign up page. Okay, so create a sign up page, take login as a reference, write the code for sign up, the endpoint will be different. So I think so you have the backend code. Please look into the backend code. Please see what is the endpoint. So instead of login, I have slash sign up. That is the only difference in sign up and login. And most of the other things will be same. Okay. I will provide the code. Do not worry. The code will be provided, but you have to work upon this. Okay. So login and sign up are kind of similar. So this is an assignment that you need to complete in this case. Just a minute. Guys, please mark your attendance fast. I will paste the backend code link. If you want, I can do that. I think so. I have shared it with the team, guys. You will find, yeah, so you will find the code on the community post. That's where you can get it. Yeah, sharing to the chat is not the kind of best thing that I can do right here. Okay. So please find the link to the backend in the community post and you would be good to go. Fine. Okay. Guys, I hope so. You have marked your attendance and everything is well. So now we will be ending this session. Okay. We will meet you tomorrow at the same time. Thank you for joining. Bye bye. Have a nice day. And please emphasize the code. Please add the sign up form. Okay. Thank you guys. Bye bye. We'll meet you tomorrow again.